Hello everyone, you're watching Let's Talk About Prepping. I'm Tyler, your host, and in this video we have another car vlog, but I'm driving under winter conditions and I don't want the distraction of the camera on the dashboard, so find something nice to look at while we talk. If you don't have something nice to look at, make something nice to look at while we talk. So today I'm going to be sharing some thoughts on some feelings. So if you don't like feelings, you can GTFO. But I am going to tie it into prepping at the end. And it's going to be a serious discussion. So I do this weird thing where I put too much faith into people. It's almost sentimental thing that I do. Because I think the world's a shitty place. But I also think that you don't really have the right to complain about it unless you're trying to do something about it. And one of the ways that I try to do something about it, because I believe that the world is a result of the people in it, and the world is mostly full of broken people, one of the things I try to do about it is try to help people be a little less broken in my own small way. And I'm not very successful at it, but there's a part of me that has to try when I have the opportunity. And it really is a taxing thing to ever try. And I bring this up because it does bear into prepping. In fact, a lot of the reason why I try to quote-unquote help people, and I realize that in some ways that may seem condescending, but it's an honest feeling. I know what it's like to feel broken and to wish there was someone to help, and as cliche as it sounds, that makes me want to be that for other people. Now, where this comes into prepping is that is not something we're going to be able to do if times ever become as hard as we talk about. In a grid down situation, you may well have to watch people you love starve. And I'm not trying to be alarmist or edgy when I talk about that, but we are in the business of talking about some very serious situations that I think many of us don't fully appreciate the gravity of. But when we really stop and try to imagine people that we've loved in the past coming to us because they know that we've got the food, and we have to decide between letting everyone starve a little slower or maybe helping some people survive, when we have to make those choices, because we will have to make those choices. Some of those people are going to be people you've loved in the past. Family members, ex-significant others, lifelong friends. And so part of what I do is extend the hand, especially now that everybody has seen the necessity, the lack of the safety net, if you will. Now is the time to really be offering people their final chance. Now is the time where you can really go up to someone and say, you're as close to accepting that I'm right as you're ever going to be. And here's your last olive branch. And am I saying that those people, if they don't accept your hand of community, that they should just be lost to you from now on? No, I'm not saying that. But it does play into making the effort. Because as cliche as what I was talking about before is trying to make a difference in the world, when you add in the layer of trying to make a difference because these people may freaking starve soon, maybe at your door begging for that help that you were trying to offer them, it does play in. And I think often about what a bleeding heart like myself is going to do in those situations. I like to think that the calloused, hardened outer shell that any feeling person develops over time will be enough for me to make the decisions that I have to make. And I think a part of me trying to help people now is so I can justify myself later when I have to make those hard decisions. I don't know. But it's something I think about often. I'm sure some of you do, and those of you who don't maybe should. Because we can all be trying to make a difference in the world, both in the cheesy feelings sense now, and also maybe later. Things like helping until it hurts, and finding those who are trying and helping them try. Those are things we can always do. And honestly, with how a lot of people behave in the world, and the way that the world is now, sometimes it can be as ruinous now as it might be later. So, if you don't want to find yourself trying to figure out how to help people and when to stop later on when the stakes are much higher and it hurts a lot more, it's something to be thinking about now. I'd love to hear your feedback on anything I've talked about here. In some ways, these are life's existential questions. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well out there. Everybody stay safe.